One should always be drunk. That's all that matters. So that you not feel time's horrible burdens that breaks your shoulders and bows you down. You must get drunk without ceasing. But what with? With wine, with poetry, or with virtue, as you choose. But get drunk. And if it's sometime on the steps of a palace, or in the green grass of a ditch, or in the bleak solitude of your own room, you are awaking and drunkenness has already abated, ask the wind, the wave, the star, the bird, the clock, all the which rolls, all the which soars, all the which groans, all the which sings, all the which speaks. Ask them what time it is, and the wind, the wave, the star, the bird, the clock will reply, it is time to get drunk. So you not be the martyred slaves of time. Get drunk, and never pause for rest. With wine, with poetry, or with virtue, as you choose. Good evening, Poetry Kingdom, and welcome to Friday Night Rites. I thank you all for it is an honor and a privilege to be a part of this community. Thank you to the administrators keeping this going. Thank you for all the people who are creating, and thank you for everyone who's on here just checking out what's going on. All of the artistic people involved in this, we understand that this is our support group, and so it's nice that people are keeping it going. And special shout out to Christopher Schubert, who invited me to the party in the first place. So thank you all for that. So I'm here this evening hosting Friday Night Rites. I guess apparently I have gathered a reputation as a slam poet, and I'm honored to be called that. But when you really break it down, and it really comes down to it, I ain't nothing. Like the truth ain't nothing. Like the truth ain't nothing but the truth. I ain't nothing but a spoken word artist. Now, some have accused me of being a teacher, and others have even gone so far as to say friend, but I'm just a punk half-breed drunk stuck here in the Midwest trying to hold up my own end when they tell us to hold our fire, but we can see the whites of their lies printed right there in our textbooks, framed by by the red and blue of the powers that be, the same ones that turned MLK and Malcolm X into commodities, and the indigenous nations into a mystery. So now from sea to shining sea, we have kids who can't even cross their T's or dot their third I, so they don't even recognize that their spirit is being bled into a bottle that will soon be spun for no one. And whenever I question why we're stuck in standardized tests, I'm told to just mind my own P's and Q's and just keep on marching to their tune, like I'm supposed to be strapping on army boots when I should be marching with 1 million men and women on that historic route so we can find the story's roots before they just traded in their red coats for blue. And now all the conquerors' faces are carved in Mount Fuck You More, overlooking the spiritual significance of the incomplete Crazy Horse Monument, pointing towards unfinished business about ancient tribal societies where it was all about family and metaphor was reality. And we all understood that trickster coyote, well, he might have busted some double talk, but it wasn't until the great white father showed up that everyone started speaking with forked tongue. And if we could just catch them young, then maybe they'd learn how to use their chromosomes like algebra and biology, where X plus X equals life and breath. Y and Y only make two things, Jack and shit. But Jack is still so obsessed with his own candlestick that he don't even recognize there ain't no trick to getting Jill up that hill, because no matter how nimble he is with his skills, he's just too damn quick. Quick to play the rabbit when the trouble hits. But I guess that's how it goes when you're forced to grow on recycled poetry and pre-owned prose like Yo MTV selling out the movement to Starbucks, spinning our straw into their gold. And since wisdom is now imprisoned in old folks' homes, children are left sleepwalking through Sega Dreamcast instead of casting their dreams into every grain of sand, so while their thumbs go numb, entire oceans spill right through their hands. But there has got to be a way to save the day, even if the Aztecs and the Mayans say in that Atlantis kind of way that we only have a few years left. We have still got to end all this theft and relearn our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, because once we have the propensity to see that there are far more than just 3 wise men and women who deserve to be heard, then actual history will actually be alive and living in spoken word. So, again, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for listening to this. So as I said, my reputation is that of a slam poet. So I'm going to go ahead and read some stuff out of this book here that I wrote. It's not slam stuff, just to, because people, don't want to get pigeonholed into something, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try this one out. This is the first time I'm doing this with accompaniment, so we'll see how this goes. Probably move the fire a little further away from me since I'm doing this. Okay, here we go. I can tell you try that again. I can tell you taste like the sky, 'cause you look like rain. The slower you kiss me, the deeper I feel it. This was your voicemail, FYI, and I just had to cry, 'cause nothing hurts more than being in the right place, spitting the wrong rhyme. And now we have ourselves a long, hard climb, but I've negotiated this slippery slope before, and I know that the moment that I get excited enough to try to rush to your side, well, I'm sure to hit some traffic and maybe even get redirected down the wrong exit, randomly sending me in the complete opposite direction. But I don't want to learn this lesson about patience, man. I lost my virtue long ago, and how do we ever know just how slow is too slow? And perhaps I should just let it all go. 'Cause nothing pisses me off more than having feelings that I didn't ask for. So now that night that you said that you had something to do, I heard I have something better to do than you. And I just wanted to stop on by and maybe catch a glimpse of those butterflies in your eyes and let them draw us into one of those slow, deep kisses, and until it was time to tuck you in and maybe even tell you a bedtime story, about a time when time was not our enemy, but actually the luxury that it appears to be for those that can actually afford to buy their time. But that's all it would really be, is just a story, 'cause I done already wasted all the spare time wasted all the borrowed time that I got on credit. I don't even have enough spare time to feed the meter, so as I sit here overdue, my time with you runs out. See, life does not move at the speed of us. But I wish I would have at least had enough time to pay attention when life was trying to teach me that other lesson, the one about saving it all up for a beautiful rainy day like you. I can tell you taste like the sky, 'cause you look like rain. That was sampling a little morphine in that, if you know the old band Morphine. So I'm going to read this poem. I had doing several poetry readings, open mics, various things around various countries. I had one lady who showed up to a few different events that I was at and kept asking me, I don't hear many personal poems. Like, you have a lot of poems about your perceptions of the world, but you don't really have any personal poems. So trigger warning, this is a very personal poem. And there's a lot of stuff triggered. So about a minute if you want to step away and come back. Scars of the veteran. I look down at your hands. I think back to a lumberjack saw, a stepfather who didn't care enough to use caution. I look up at your face. I think back to a fist, a reward for just saying no to a drunk with car keys. I look at your turned back. I remember a mother, a simple choice to look the other way just when she was needed most. I look inside your heart. I find my own bitterness, the sole possession of a prisoner of civil war, where Private 4-year-old hides in the trenches under the kitchen table, trembling, his trusty dog Rusty by his side. Captain Mommy gets beaten into submission by the once well-mannered spy, the one who forced himself into their ranks. Now we get to see his other face. a typical disciple of the bottle demons, liquid fire, napalm burning in his bloodstream. This Neanderthal enemy drags Captain Mommy around the living room by her hair. The circle of hatred settles in Private 4-year-old's mind. Ring around the scattered hopes, pocket full of shattered bones, splattered blood, battered dreams. We all fall down. Sweat streaks down his face. Fingernails chew into his palms. A list of solutions slams through his brain. Yet, Private 4-year-old distantly watches the front line. A silent movie in slow motion. Eyes forward to someday when maybe he might get to play the superhero. Okay, so I'm going to pick things back up and take us in a different direction after that. I apologize, but, someone asked me to get personal, so I got personal for a minute. So, once again, thank you all. There's a very important, some very important things happening in the world today. I hope everyone's paying attention. That's all I'll say about it. Other than that, good luck. Chief Seattle said that the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. In my journeys through life, I've seen a lot. Everybody's always searching for what they ain't got. Never looking in their own hands. Always taking from the other man. We're tearing up the earth. We're headed for a fall. There'll be nowhere left to live if the winner takes it all. If the winner takes it all. Take away our land and give us back barely anything at all. There'll be nowhere left to live if the winner takes it all. If the winner takes it all. If the winner takes it all. So here we are again, being backed up against the wall. There'll be nothing left when the winner takes it all. When the winner takes it all. When the winner takes it all. It's time for the common man to learn from the natives and understand that if we just give away control, there'll be nowhere left to go. We can't all just sit on by and watch them make our mother cry and disrespect Father Sky while the winner takes it all. While the winner takes it all. While the winner takes it all. Since 1492, when that killer Columbus sailed the ocean blue, people have been running for their lives, running from boot heels, running from guns and knives. Well, maybe if he'd had the respect of Eric the Red, 3/4 of my people wouldn't have been left for dead. To label this a new world is nothing but tragic. For 100,000 years, the people danced in its magic, and finally we can start to expose the false and oppressive ways, and you try to shut us up with Indigenous Peoples Day? Well, maybe if you'd had the respect of Eric the Red, 3/4 of my people wouldn't be drinking themselves dead. You see, you give us you try to cloud our awareness with alcohol and pills so that you can offer us a mountain of scrap paper for the Black Hills, but what's it going to take for a closed mind to understand land doesn't belong to people. People belong to land. Okay, I got one more thing I'm going to do for you. Thank you very much once again for letting me be a part of this. I cannot thank you all enough. It's an honor. It's a privilege. And I just thank you because I'm alive because of things like this. So thank you very much. Like I said, the earth does not belong. Chief Seattle said the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I see hurricanes blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I feel rivers overflowing. I hear a voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Record highs, record lows, record highs, record lows, record highs, record lows. Underwater, under mud, under snow, another flood. Today it's hot, tomorrow's cold. Geese are flying northwest this winter. So I hope you got your shit together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for a nap. Don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. There's a bad moon on the rise. There's a bad moon on the rise. Thank you for encouraging my behavior.